Hi everyone, hope you're all well, good, and ready to hear this week's gaming news, cause there sure is a lot to bark about. So without further ado, let's delve right into it. Well, there certainly was a time where you could say another year, another Assassin's Creed attempt of a game hits the shelves in what could be called a Ubisoft money-grabbing scheme. Fortunately, that isn't the case now. A few years back, Ubisoft got trashed by players, and they actually learned something from that backlash. Well, not entirely, but they did learn something about the Assassin's Creed series, especially from Assassin's Creed Origins till now. So this time, it's actually exciting news to see Ubisoft unveiling their new game in this series. Now, it's no secret, the last Assassin's Creed games departed from the old action-adventure original formula and became glorified action RPGs, especially Origins. And from the look of it, that's exactly what Assassin's Creed Valhalla will also be. That's actually good news in my opinion. Assassin's Creed Origins was a pretty appreciated game when it came out, and besides that, for Valhalla, Ubisoft mentioned some pretty cool features on top of the RPG-esque take on the series. So what's so exciting in what Ubisoft promises us? Well, there's going to be massive assaults against armies and fortresses. I seem to remember they had a separate game just for that. Anyway, there's also going to be settlement growing and building for those who love crafting elements integrated in their RPG gameplay experience. Another interesting element is the online one. Now here I think is the place where Ubisoft is either going to really nail it or completely screw up the whole experience. And why do I say that? Well, it's pretty obvious. With online play, there will most surely be a microtransaction system. So here I think Ubisoft can screw it up big time if they implement an aggressive microtransaction system with elements that can seriously affect your gameplay online. On the other hand, if they could at least implement a microtransaction system with cosmetics only, that would be great. And it would certainly complement the customize and share your mercenary online experience that they advertise. So Ubisoft, you're not off the hook just because your last two Assassin's Creed games are good. We all hope this is a new immersive and well done new experience in the Assassin's Creed universe. And don't screw it up with microtransactions. Oh, and by the way, if by any chance someone from Ubisoft is listening, whatever happened to Beyond Good and Evil? Cause that thing looked amazing. 2020 sure is a big year for Riot Games. Almost all the spotlights in the gaming industry are shining on them, as they took the stage with Valorant. But that's not all. While most gamers are either still waiting for a key or joining in on the fun, another Riot game has officially released. I'm talking of course about Legends of Runeterra, the card game. Now, I know, it's not every player's cup of tea. But it still is a big deal, because there's certainly a big card game community out there, and there's even an esport potential in it for Riot. Blizzard has already proven that, so this is Riot's attempt to catch up. To be honest, I myself enjoyed playing a certain card game named Hearthstone, but it's been a while since I last played my decks. Don't get me wrong, the game itself is good and funny enough, very enjoyable to just watch. The problem was, well, to sum it up, it was just Blizzard's greed. Decks cost an arm and a leg on their store, and the alternative is that you literally got to farm months to keep your decks at least a little bit competitive. And to top that, Blizzard's constantly updating the game, which yes is good, but the patches and updates always come with new cards and new rules for how to play. And that comes full circle, as you again have to either buy or grind just to barely keep up. My Hearthstone experience aside, I was actually looking forward to trying Legends of Runeterra. The game was available in open beta since 24th of January 2020. But I wanted to get the complete experience and I finally got it on 29th of April, the date of its official release. Now, I have just a few hours spent playing it, so I cannot yet say what my overall experience is, but I can certainly say that as a first impression, The game is beautiful, and it's extremely welcoming, especially for a Hearthstone player like me. You have pop-ups with comic relief punchlines.
What is this?
Why, technology, of course!
The board animations are some really cool eye-candy effects.
Press the advantage!
And most importantly, the game gives the world of Runeterra a new depth. I mean, just look at how amazing this menu scene is. As mentioned, this is just my first impression of the game. However, I will come back with an in-depth review of the game where I will try to be as critical as possible with it, and I will also try to see if the game has a chance to catch up with Hearthstone, assuming Riot does want this to become an esport as well, so stay tuned for that. And also tell us, what is your opinion on Legends of Runeterra? We'd love to talk with you in our comment section. For now, I'll take my leave and let you with the inspiring words of Rainer Knizia. When playing a game, the goal is to win. But it is the goal that's important, not the winning.